welcome back to Encouraging Teens in the Music Scene. Thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Joy.
And my name is Bea. And today we have a super dope drummer who is not only a super dope and super tight drummer, but also a really chill and humble human being. So we are super excited to welcome and have our homegirl, Payton. Woo!
So to get this episode started, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background, like how long you've been playing, what genre you play, and stuff like that.
Okay, so again, my name's Payton Taylor. I'm a drummer, and I've been playing for around I want to say 7 years total, but I've really only been playing seriously for 5. I went to a performing arts high school. I just graduated online, called Booker T. Washington. Um, by the way, we all met at Berkeley 5-week summer camp, so you know. Did we ever play with each other?
No, we had a class.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, what else about me? Okay, I used to play a lot of rock, but lately I've gotten into jazz from school. I was in jazz combo and stuff.
nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I play drums.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that she does. So this episode, we are going to start off by talking about social media. Yes, because you have an amazing social media presence. We were looking through your Instagram, and every video you have posted is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at her Instagram, y'all.
Yes, well,
You'll
there
learn
will
some
be a
stuff.
link in the description to check out her Instagram. So why don't you talk a little bit about what the decision process is for what videos make it onto your Instagram and which ones are
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay. So usually, I know a lot of people post every day, videos every day, whatever, of them just practicing. Most of me, well, probably 95% of me practicing does not go on there, because obviously when you're practicing, it's not supposed to sound good, or else you're not practicing. If you're practicing and it sounds good, then it's you're practicing what's comfortable, obviously. So I always plan out my videos. I'm like, hey, I really like this song. I'm gonna play to it, or I just learned a cool exercise, and I'll work on it until I get it, somewhat decent, I guess, and then record it and post it. So I guess that's kind of my thought process. I don't really just film myself playing all the time. Sometimes I do, but I usually don't post those.
Yeah.
They're kind of messy, but
As far as actual quality of the video though, if you have a video but there's some shaking in it or something like that, would you still post something like that, or would you be that's the video quality's not good?
I know this is a big problem with I don't know if it's just because I'm upstairs, my drum room is upstairs in our house, and it's on carpet. And so whenever I hit the kick drum, the camera will move sometimes, so I have to put stuff on it. It looks so dumb. If you saw my filming setup, you would there's books and weights on it just so it doesn't shake. But I mean, I think I used to kind of post ones, but then people would comment and be like, "Why is the phone shaking every time
Oh my gosh.
you?" And then I'd be like, So I mean, I don't think it's that necessary to have the best recording quality, but I tried to make it a little better just because I got comments about it.
Is that often?
Yeah, because I had one video that I put out where I didn't, I was maybe 14 or something, and I played a Pierce the Veil song, and then I posted it and everyone was commenting, and I didn't think it was a big deal, but then I was like, okay, I guess people really noticed it. And so then
I guess.
now I've put little weights or something on a stand.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I would never comment that on someone's saying. I wouldn't really care that much.
No.
I'm it's not the quality, but
Yeah. When did you start your Instagram? How old were you when you started uploading videos and stuff?
Okay, well, I've had this Instagram like, this was the first Instagram, like, I got in, like I had a little iPod Touch, when I was little, so I think, like, 6th grade, 5th grade, like, I was young. It was, like, right around or no, maybe it was, like, 4th grade, I don't know. I was, like, way too young for Instagram, and none of it was drum videos. It was all just, like, stupid stuff, but I started posting drum videos maybe when I was, like, 13, 14-ish, like, when I started getting a little serious about it. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe this is, I should start trying to like brand myself, I guess.
Hmm.
Yes.
So yeah.
As like a 13 or 14-year-old, how did you have the confidence to just put yourself out there like that?
Well, I mean, honestly, I still don't have the confidence. Like, I won't watch my videos back because then I'll want to delete them. And it's like sometimes you just kind of have to be like, I don't think I'm ever gonna feel 100% about a video. There's always gonna be something that I want to improve, or like I don't like how my technique looks, or I was dragging or rushing one part. I don't think I'm ever gonna get it perfect, so I kind of just like post it and then not look at it again. Which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but you just kind of have to like force yourself to do it. You know?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think we're all like that, pretty critical about our playing.
Yeah,
But at a point, I guess they will see like your improvement if it is like a big deal. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's one of my favorite things to see is um when I've like posted a video like 4 years ago and I'll go back and see it and I'll just be like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Like I thought that was like somewhat okay. It's cool to see progress.
Mhm. Definitely.
Well, another reason that, like how you were saying that you had a ton of people comment on the quality of your video, I feel like a reason behind that is that you have a ton of followers. So could you talk a little bit about just building up your Instagram and promoting yourself and stuff like that?
Yeah. I honestly think the best thing is to post videos. I know like pictures are like whatever, but do you ever see like pictures of people on your like explore page and stuff? I mean like it's not like it's usually videos. So I think that was like a huge thing. Um
Hmm.
I've also there's like this female drummer's Instagram. There's one called like Drum University, and they've posted me a few times, and they have a ton of followers, so that's like helped a lot. But
Mhm.
honestly, it's mainly just posting videos, putting hashtags that are relevant. Not just like hashtag like I don't know music, like
Donuts.
like just like kind of something like you want to like target your audience with your hashtag.
Mhm.
So like if you're playing like Zildjian symbols, put like hashtag Zildjian, or look at like if you're doing like an artist, put the song, put the artist, so it's targeting their fans. So
Yeah.
that helps a lot. Hashtags, even though people like make fun of them. I know they kind of look stupid when you have a bunch of hashtags, but I'm like, it helps. It really helps.
Yeah. How
It's
many
true.
hashtags do you like usually have on your videos?
Oh, I put a ton. I think I put like 15 or 10. Like I'll comment it. So people I
Mhm.
don't know if people see it like first, because when you follow someone sometimes like their comment shows first. I don't know if people see it, but I won't put it in the caption just because I think it's like too big, and then you have to like click on it to see the full thing.
Like, mhm.
It's just like an extra step that people usually will like. I don't know. You
Scroll
want
over.
the easiest for someone to view, and you want everything easy because like who's gonna like click on a bunch of stuff? You know what I mean? No one's that interested in you, so it's like you want to make everything as easy as possible, like short captions, like you know.
True.
Well, you said that you get featured on other people's Instagrams. How do you go about doing that? Is it like as far as you reaching out to other people, or do they just stumble upon your video and they're like, "Oh, she's really cool. Let me put that on my account."
Okay, well, there's some where you can put like hashtags. They'll be like, "Oh, use this hashtag," and like for a feature or something, or or maybe they just see you on like a random thing. Mainly, it's like tagging people. Like if I've tagged like drum companies, sometimes they'll repost on their stories and stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But I would say like I know some people who like pay for features. I would never do that honestly. I think it's like a waste. Like I think you can find other ways to promote yourself. I wouldn't recommend that. Just because I've seen people pay a lot of money, and then I've seen people like get the same thing for free. You
Mhm.
know, it's like it's why would you pay? Save your money and buy a new symbol or something, you know?
Yeah.
So you spoke briefly about branding yourself when you said you started making an Instagram, putting videos out. How has that been going?
How is that?
Like,
Okay.
how did you go about doing that?
Okay, so at first, so when I got my Instagram, right, this was like when I was real little. Like I should have not had an Instagram. I don't know why I did, but I did. And I was just posting like dumb stuff, as like a fifth grader, sixth grader would do. And
Mhm.
but then I was like, I want this to be like a music account. And then I just started posting music stuff on there, right? And I thought that was like fine. And then I made a personal account like aside from that. But honestly, I found that like I thought that was like me branding myself. Like I'm like, oh, people will follow my music account, but my friends will follow my personal.
Mhm.
But I've honestly found that like that kind of hurts people. Like I know it's exciting to get and have to like some people don't want to share everything with everyone, but then also like you have no personality on your page then. You know what I mean? Because people
Mhm.
don't want to just follow you to see you playing. They want to get to like know you. You know what I mean? Like it's exciting like when you get to see some of your favorite players like talk about things or like what they do aside from music or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I made it into one now. Now I only have one Instagram, and I feel like my Instagram has grown a lot more since that. Since I've kind of posted both. I mean, I don't post that much personal. Like I'm not just like posting dumb like oh went to Target, like. But it's still like I have like me graduating and me, like stuff that's like in my personal life that is kind of a part of who I am.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Mixing the two. Yeah. I think that also is important. Like getting to know the person, at least like your personality, so they can see that as well as you're drumming. Because
Yeah.
we're all still human, right?
Yeah. Um,
Right.
so, at what point do you decide like quality versus quantity as far as posting videos up on Instagram?
Personally, I think quality is better because there's a lot of people who post like too much and then like people just, it's like the same thing over and over, which it's not a bad thing to post a lot, but like for me personally, I felt that like my social media does better if I post once in a while. I should probably post more than I do. I haven't posted in like a month, but like
We
I,
were talking about that.
I literally haven't posted. I've just been like not focused on filming videos during this, honestly.
It's
But
okay. Sometimes you
um,
can take a break too. That's
yeah,
important.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I've been doing. Just playing by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like quality is more important.
Hmm.
Just because things can get really like repetitive, or you want your best stuff out there, not like every. I don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Quality
makes
is
sense.
important.
I also feel like if you bombard people with a bunch of videos, like they would get tired of seeing you all the time. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Especially from like the same angle or something, or like the same, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like okay, like or the same location. It's like okay, people tend to scroll past it more just
Yeah.
because it's like oh I've seen this before.
Mhm.
Um,
Switch it up.
yeah, gotta keep them entertained.
Oh yeah.
So is there a point where you're like, okay, maybe I need to chill and back off of Instagram for a little bit. Like what I have is cool. I'm gonna just focus on more like rudiment stuff or fundamentals and just hold off on all the fun Instagram stuff for a little bit.
Now, like I just kind of stopped posting videos. I mean, I've filmed a couple, but then I like don't like posting them, so then I just don't do anything with them. But yeah, no, right now I've been like trying to record stuff like by myself,
Mhm.
and honestly just been working on like fundamental stuff. I just got Syncopation, the book. I know like everybody has that book. I never had it. So I've been like trying to work through that and just like do, dumb exercises. But I mean, yeah.
I got that like a couple months ago, like 2 or 3.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know the guy at the Guitar Center. Oh my gosh, this is a random like story time. But the guy at the Guitar Center, I was buying it, right, and I was with my friend, and he was buying like another book, and the guy looked at me when I handed it to him, and he was like, "You really know how to do this?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Do I like?" I'm like, "Yes, I can sight read. Like, why would I be buying this? Like, if I didn't play drum." I was so mad. I was like, "Dude, what do you mean? Do I know how to do this?" It was like so dumb, but I was like, ugh. It was just condescending, Like it wasn't like, do you know how to do this? It was like, you play. I was like, okay.
Do you wanna give us his address or like let us know what Guitar Center it was?
Tell me his
Let us
name.
know where that was at. It's
We could
anonymous.
take care of this.
We'll take care of it. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Go outside his house and play all day. Look what I'm reading.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, look at me now. I can sight read it.
That'd be a fun
And I'm on
podcast.
a podcast.
Yeah.
We can talk about that too. Go ahead, Joy.
Yeah, so as far as posting stuff, what would you say is like kind of better for attracting other people, posting songs with you playing or posting like fundamentals with you playing? Because I feel like musicians would like the fundamentals, but just audience people would like songs.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, that's okay.
A good one.
I feel like for drummers, there's definitely like different types of like social media presences. Okay, but there's like YouTube drummers, like I don't know if you know, like Luke Holland, like that kind of where they just do like drum covers and that's like their thing. But then there's also like drummers who play like in bands and they post like their live stuff or they just post them practicing.
Mhm.
So like I feel like I've tried to do like a mix. Like I don't want to be a full like YouTube drummer only doing covers, like, I don't want that to be my main thing. But I don't know, I also just like playing the song, so I still want to post them sometimes.
Yeah.
So I feel like finding a balance is cool, but if you want to go one way or the other, I mean,
Do what you wanna.
I don't know.
Yeah. How about live streams? Would you
Ooh,
say that you're much of a live stream player?
me? Okay, I've live streamed when I've done gigs. Like I just kind of leave my phone on the floor, and usually it falls over at some point, which is kind of disappointing because it's always like on a bass speaker or something. But honestly, I'm like so nervous to live stream. Like I never do it. Like when it's just like talking. Like I don't know, I just get really nervous.
Yeah.
But I did one once with my friend, like in January. But like you saw that? Yeah, I think that's like the only one I've really done besides me like at a gig. But like yeah, I wish I should probably do it more. It seems fun. I just get nervous.
Do you find that like live streaming gigs helps? Do people like enjoy watching it or listening to it?
I don't know, honestly. Wait, yeah, what just happened? The lighting like changed.
Yeah, my light. I turned my light on, but that was not a good
Oh,
idea.
okay.
Kind of
Um,
scared me. It was like, is Bea getting abducted by aliens?
it's like shining through the window.
Yes, help me.
We'll use it as clickbait. Bea gets abducted by aliens. Clarify.
Um, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because live streaming like really only attracts your audience. I guess it's a way to keep them engaged
Hmm.
because it's like, especially if you're just live streaming, like talking, it's like personable and stuff. But I've never really done that. I did it that one time, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's probably helpful, yeah, just to because you get excited when like your favorite people live streaming. It's like, oh, I can ask them something.
Yeah.
That's cool. It does hype people up. One
Yeah.
time, Joy and I, we did we went live on our podcast, and it was hilarious.
Oh,
It was
really?
Yeah, because people were like asking stuff. It was like really late at night too.
Yeah. It was probably like 3 a.m. We were just laughing and answering questions.
Yeah.
So it seemed like people somewhat enjoyed it though. They were asking things, like good questions. So
Well, that's good. No, like weird questions. Like,
No.
yeah. I don't think we had anything super weird. I feel like the weirdest things were coming from us. So it was like, all right. How would you say you use Instagram as like a tool to not really connect, communicate with other musicians, like as far as reaching out to other people or just keeping
oh,
connections?
I feel like it's been like that's like the only way I communicate with other drummers and stuff. I mean, like that's where I mean, okay, the thing with social media is I think it's so cool how easy it is, or I don't want to say how easy, but how accessible like some of our favorite musicians are. Like you can literally just like send anyone a DM. Like, like 30 years ago no one could do that. You couldn't send like whoever was like Dennis Chambers a text, but like now you can just like reach out to all your favorite musicians. You can ask them questions and all that.
Mhm.
And you could obviously meet more people to play with, to just be friends with. um yeah, I think Instagram's been really important, especially in my life, for like networking with people.
Do you have any like amazing stories from reaching out to people and they like responded?
Oh, I always DM celebrities just to see if they'll respond. No one's responded. But yeah, I don't really have any like I've okay, well, one thing is like I have like a lot of my favorite drummers like following me now, which I think is so cool because it's like I'm not trying to be like, "Oh my gosh," like but it's just like cool.
Guys, he's amazing. She probably doesn't want to say it, but we'll say it for her.
It is amazing.
No, but it's just like I think it's just so cool how accessible everything is, and I think people need to learn that like you should take advantage of that. Like
Mhm.
just put yourself out there, market yourself. Just send that DM to whoever, tag someone, comment on someone's thing, and it's just like build a relationship with these people, and then you'll like get to know them, and then when you see these people, then they'll be like, oh hey, like oh I know you, or
Yeah.
you know.
So, how did you have met a lot of these drummers that are following you? How did that happen?
A lot of it was at NAM. I don't know if y'all have been there. That it's so fun. It's like
Sometimes.
literally like everybody's like all drummers are there, and like just musicians in general. Like it's crazy. Like I'll be like walking and I'm like, there's Stevie Wonder was there like 2 years ago. I didn't see him, but like apparently he was walking around. I was like, what? Like what do you mean? Stevie was just walking around. But it's just crazy. It's like, oh, there's Devin Taylor, or there's Matt Garska, there's Dennis Chambers. Like you just see these guys walking around, and then you can just go up to them, and be like, oh hey, big fan.
Like, you're kind of like actually amazing.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy.
So
Y'all
cool.
should definitely try to go. I think Berkeley gets like a ton of passes. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I could be wrong on that though, but
Aren't you invited or something?
yeah, you have to like get a pass through a company. So I get mine through Pearl Drums, but I know a ton of people who have like won contests or just gotten them through like random companies. I don't know how. I don't know how they did that, but I think if you try, you can. It's pretty easy.
You do
I,
this.
I don't know.
Um, well, maybe you could talk a little bit about your connection with Pearl and how you made that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think I was like 14 again, 13, 14 years old. And I know it was so random. Like I wasn't trying to get an endorsement or anything. I don't know how they saw um a video, but they saw some video of me and they like emailed me. I'm pretty sure I like vaguely remember. Like I remember, but like I'm trying to think of like what video or context it was. I think they saw like a YouTube video or something on Instagram, and they then emailed me saying like, "Oh, we want to like work with you or something." And basically, they like put me. There's like this program they have for like younger musicians who aren't like, you know, the big touring ones. So it's like before you're fully like on their artist roster, but it's still like an endorsement thing just for younger musicians. And so um I got put onto that, and then, you know, I got a pro kit and everything. And yeah, honestly, they're so supportive and cool. They're literally like the best. Like it's so great.
Can you ask them if they want to endorse a bassist? Ask them for a friend. No.
Honest, but like honestly, just like if you really like, you know, a certain bass or like certain strings or, you know, drumsticks, whatever, like just post videos and like tag them, you know, because like they see that stuff, you know, like there's always a chance of them just being like, hey, you know, we want to work with you, or hey, you know,
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to try.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But like I wouldn't chase after an endorsement because it's not like it's really great. Like I'm so happy because I love Pearl drums, but a lot of people chase after endorsements rather than playing what they love to play. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Like I'm thankful that I love Pearl drums and that they asked me, you know, it's not like I'm playing the drums just to be endorsed, you know, and that I really would rather be with another company. Like it's not like that. So I think that's something to remember. Like a lot of people will love like Vic Firth. You know, those are drumsticks. I don't know if you know Joy probably, but Vic Firth drumsticks, right? Say someone loves Vic Firth, right? That's all they play, and then a smaller company or something just asks them like, "Hey, we'll endorse you," or you know, whatever, and then they just go with them. Like I don't think that's the way you should do it. You know, if you really don't love the product, don't sign with the company.
yeah, yeah, that's good.
So maybe we could do some fun stories about times that you've played with people or people you've met, since you know everyone and you're awesome.
Thank you. I don't know everyone, but I'm trying to think of like if there's something crazy that happened, or if there's like
You played for Common. That
Yeah.
was pretty
oh
dope.
that okay that was oh I'll tell the story of like how that came about.
Yeah,
So I was at school, right? You know, I'm just in my contemporary ensemble class. Like, you know, we're just like playing like whatever. Like we were playing something stupid probably, and our teacher wasn't there. We were kind of like, okay, let's just you know jam whatever. And
mm,
then he just like came through the door and was like, "Get the drum set downstairs. Commons here. You need it down there in 10 minutes." And we were like, "What? Like, wait, what?" And so we had to like run down there and set up a whole kit. And then like the whole school was just like there, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, like what?" Like it was like 10 minutes Commons here, and it was like it was so crazy. I was like, "What?" And literally that morning, I had been listening to like The Shining by Jay Dilla on the way
nice.
to school, and Common's on I think 2 songs on that record.
That's perfect.
He's like my favorite song off that record, E equals MC squared. Like I listened to that morning, and then I was like, wait, so now I'm playing with this guy? Like he's literally like I'm like, wait, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were supposed to like play a ton of stuff for him. It was supposed to be like a clinic in front of the school, but then he just like was like I don't know. It was super unorganized. No one knew what was happening. And then him and like Erica Badu were standing up there because she went to our school, and so she's like always just like at school, and so she was just like there, right? And then he started rapping, and then one of my teachers was like, "Go up there and play," and I was like, "What? Like, what do you mean? Like, no, I don't want to do that." And then he just was like, "No, go up there," and so I just went up there and started playing with him, but then it like, you know, the crowd was kinda like, "Okay," you know, whatever, they got into it, and then he afterwards, like, was like, "Yo, that's so tight," or whatever, and that was, like, the biggest thing ever to me. I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Wow.
And then yeah, no, we were supposed to play, like, stuff with him, though, but he was, like, talking for a long time, which, like, I'm not complaining. Like, he gave, like, this great, like, speech for, like, an hour. Like, it was so but it was, like, so motivational and, like, it was so good, and then afterwards, we just, like, played a set, and he was, like, you know, like, just kinda chilling with us, like, on the side, and then he had to be, like, escorted out, though, because everyone started, you know, mobbing him, but
Wow.
Dang.
I wasn't. I was playing, but the rest of the school was like there, so then they all were like running up to him. But
Mhm.
yeah, that was kind of crazy. That was probably one of the
Sick.
craziest times.
That sounds.
That's super dope.
How do you, when you're there just hanging out with all these like super cool people, just super chill musicians, how do you act natural around them without like freaking out or like getting
So
starstruck?
hard. Oh my god. Okay, so one time I was at a rehearsal after school, and there were like so Erica Badu has this like dance or not dancing. She has like a birthday show every year at this venue in Dallas, and she was auditioning dancers from my school to like play at it. So she was at her school. And I hate how normal it is for her to be at our school. Like I'm such a big fan. Like Mama's Gun is one of my favorite albums like of all time. But like, just seeing her it wouldn't phase me as much anymore cuz she was there all the time. But someone told me like, "Yo, Andre 3000 is downstairs." I don't know if
What?
he's from Outkast. I'm
Yeah.
such a huge Outkast fan, and I was freaking out. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out, and I went down there, and I couldn't go in the audition room, but I saw him standing there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was just like them and like the dance teachers. That was like I was freaking out. But if I got to talk to him, I wouldn't. I'd be like, "Oh, what's up? Like, I like your music." you know,
That's so sick.
Yeah.
I don't. It's so hard to stay chill around people like you know who are some of your favorite artists or favorite drummers. It's so hard, but you gotta try to calm yourself. Get on like a friend level with everyone rather than a fan.
Mhm.
Because it's like think about it, like you might end up working with these people one day, or at least set it as a goal and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be working with these people, so I don't want to act like a crazy fan right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's so dope, though.
Yeah, it literally all happened this year. It was like the craziest thing ever. Like I don't even know. Or this school year, or now it's last school year. Oh my gosh, I graduated. I forgot.
Whew. Another part of just talking to other musicians, besides like people that are already up there, is just talking to other musicians, like what we're doing now, just people your own age, people who are kind of with you. You're one of the like coolest and chillest musicians I've met. So, can you just talk a little bit on how
Dang.
important it is to be like just a good person in the
You
music
guys are
industry?
too. I'm just gonna say that y'all are so easy to talk to. Like this is so chill. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh. I was gonna take notes. I was gonna ask y'all like the questions before because I was so nervous. But now we're good. Now I'm fine. I don't know. I was like thinking I'm gonna have to like pull up statistics or I don't know.
Pop
It's just
quiz.
gonna be like, all right, what's like 5 times 6 or I don't know. Okay. Okay, wait, what was the question? Like
I forgot too.
Just how,
okay,
talk about like how important it is to be just like a good person in the industry and make friends.
oh, okay. So I've had personal experiences with some difficult people. Honestly, I think your attitude and how you present yourself is more important than your playing because you could be like the best drummer in the world and then people would hate hanging out with you or hate playing with you.
Yeah.
So I feel that that's like the most important. I always want to be like friends first with everyone I'm playing with,
Mhm.
because it makes honestly the music sound better. Like when you know people well and you like, being around each other, it's like the communication while you're playing is a lot better because it's genuine. It's not like, oh, I hate the bass player. It's like there's genuine interaction and there's genuine, I didn't mean to attack bass players. But
Okay.
like think about it. Like if like would you rather play with people you love, you enjoy being around or people you hate? Like would you rather play with people who are really good but you hate them as people or like
Yeah,
well, I don't wanna say hate them. I don't really hate anybody, but like,
like them.
yeah, you don't really enjoy their presence.
It's hard to play with people that you're not
Uh,
cool with.
yeah.
Affects the music definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's attitude is definitely one of the most important things.
Yeah, that is really important just to enjoy the people you're around.
Enjoy their presence.
Hey, have you gotten like any outside gigs or anything like that, Peyton? You know how people are trying to do that now, I guess.
Like playing gigs right now?
Yeah, like outside or
Oh, like physically
Yeah,
outside.
I didn't know what you meant by outside either.
Outside of what?
oh, sorry.
What group are you guys in?
Yeah, I was like, what? I played at a protest the other day, which was like
Oh,
so
nice.
cool because it was just like cool to be at a protest, and then like I got to play. So
That's
um,
like,
I did that, and then I'm supposed to play another gig, allegedly out. I don't know where though. I just got texted about it like yesterday, and then there's no follow up so far. So we'll see.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've had one gig.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Have you done any collaborations now since we can't really do
Oh,
much?
you had one with
Yeah, I
Berkeley
saw that.
24 people, right?
Yeah, I had one with a few people from Berkeley. And then I did one. Okay, so for my school's graduation, there's 4 clusters at my school since it's a performing arts school. It's like dance, music, theater, and visual. And
Nice.
so at graduation, every cluster's like the seniors in those clusters are supposed to present something like as a whole, like to represent, you know. So we were supposed to like perform live at graduation. That was like a big deal. Everybody, performs, but we didn't get to do that. So we did like these online collaborations too.
Mm,
Fun. We did like 3 songs, I think. Yeah, we did 3. And then they, put it in our slideshow.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's always-
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like actual graduation, but
Thank you so much for joining us, Peyton.
Yes,
Thanks for having me. Honestly, it was so fun.
it was delightful.
I miss talking to you. I miss talking to both you guys in person, but
Oh,
I talk to Bea more often. I'm
we'll see
tired.
each other soon.
Yeah, it was definitely good to catch up. What?
Huh?
I said we'll hopefully see each other soon. Then I was like, next year. Never mind.
Yeah, sooner than later.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
so fun.
Thank you all so much for listening. We had a ton of fun in this episode. Please be sure to listen to all of our past episodes and
Our
subscribe.
upcoming ones.
And
We
our
still have
upcoming
more.
We have more. Yes. We're kind of nearing the end of the season, but we still have more. Good stuff to come. Please like and subscribe and comment and follow us on Instagram at
Follow
ETM.
Peyton on Instagram as well.
Yes.
Definitely about that.
Yeah.
Where are you pointing?
Peyton's over there for me.
Oh, she's here for me. There we go.